I'm sorry I kept quiet. Garnacho finally breaks silence on desire to leave Manchester United for Arsenal. In a candid revelation that has sent shockwaves through the footballing world, Alejandro Garnacho has finally broken his silence regarding his future at Manchester United. The young Argentine winger, who has been a rising star in the Premier League, expressed his deep dissatisfaction with the current state of affairs at Old Trafford. Following a disappointing season that saw the club finish 15th in the Premier League and suffer a heartbreaking loss to Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa League final, Garnacho feels compelled to seek greener pastures, specifically at Arsenal, a club he believes embodies his aspirations. Garnacho's comments come after weeks of speculation surrounding his future. The 19-year-old winger, touted as one of the brightest talents in European football, has been under significant pressure this season. Despite showcasing flashes of brilliance, the team's overall performance has left much to be desired, culminating in a season marked by inconsistencies and underachievement. Speaking exclusively to reporters, Garnacho reflected on the challenges he faced under the management of Ruben Amorim, whose tactics and team selections have been widely criticized. "I want to be honest with everyone," Garnacho stated. "I'm sorry for keeping quiet for so long, but I felt I needed to reflect on what has happened this season. It has been incredibly frustrating. I want to play at the highest levels, and right now, I don't feel that Manchester United is the place for me. My ambition is to compete in the Champions League, and I believe Arsenal represents that opportunity." The young winger's frustrations are not unfounded. This past season has been tumultuous for Manchester United. Following a summer of high expectations, the team struggled to find its footing in both domestic and European competitions. The club's 15th place finish in the Premier League was a stark contrast to its storied history and aspirations. Moreover, the defeat in the Europa League final against Spurs was particularly galling, as it marked another missed opportunity for silverware. Garnacho's comments have resonated with fans and pundits alike, many of whom have been vocal about the need for change at Manchester United. The club's management, led by the Glazer family, has faced criticism for its handling of player recruitment and managerial appointments. The discontent among supporters has only intensified, with many calling for a complete overhaul of the squad and coaching staff. "I think it's clear that the club needs to reassess its direction," Garnacho continued. "We have a lot of talented players, but it feels like we are stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. I want to be part of a team that challenges for titles, and right now, I don't believe that's possible here." The prospect of Garnacho joining Arsenal has generated significant excitement among Gunners supporters. Arsenal, under the guidance of Mikel Arteta, has experienced a resurgence in recent seasons, pushing for both Premier League and Champions League glory. The club's ambitious project, coupled with an attractive style of play, has made it a desirable destination for young talents looking to make their mark on the game. Arsenal's interest in Garnacho aligns perfectly with their strategy of recruiting promising young players who can contribute to a long-term vision. With Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli already established as key figures, the addition of Garnacho could further bolster an already potent attacking unit. Arsenal fans have taken to social media to express their enthusiasm, with many calling for the club to make a swift move for the talented winger. Yet, the path to a potential transfer remains fraught with challenges. Manchester United's management is likely to resist any attempts to part with a player they consider a key asset for the future. The Glazers, facing mounting pressure from fans and analysts, may view Garnacho's departure as a significant blow to the club's rebuilding efforts. Negotiations could prove complicated, especially if United seeks a substantial fee to part ways with a player who still has considerable potential. In addition to his ambitions on the pitch, Garnacho has also expressed a desire for personal growth. "I want to be in an environment where I can develop as a player and a person," he explained. "I believe Arsenal can provide that. I want to play in a team that not only competes at the highest level but also fosters a culture of growth and support for young players." With the summer transfer window approaching, all eyes will be on Garnacho and his future. As Manchester United grapples with its own identity crisis, the young winger's candid remarks highlight the broader issues plaguing the club. For Garnacho, the prospect of joining Arsenal represents not just a career move, but a chance to fulfill his dreams and ambitions in the beautiful game. As the footballing world awaits developments, one thing is clear: Garnacho's desire for change reflects a growing sentiment among players seeking to escape underperforming clubs. His bold declaration serves as a reminder that, in the world of football, ambition and aspiration remain the driving forces for young talents aiming to carve their names in history. Whether Garnacho will don the red of Arsenal in the coming season remains uncertain, but his message has undoubtedly struck a chord, igniting hopes for a brighter future, both for himself and the clubs he aspires to join. I pray you listen to this, Garnacho's bold move to Arsenal after disappointing season at Manchester United. In a dramatic turn of events in the world of football, Alejandro Garnacho has publicly expressed his desire to leave Manchester United, citing a lackluster season under manager Ruben Amorim. The young forward, once seen as one of the brightest talents in the Premier League, has now set his sights on a new chapter with Arsenal, aiming to make his mark in the UEFA Champions League. Garnacho's announcement comes on the heels of a tumultuous season for Manchester United, who finished a disappointing 15th in the Premier League. This season, which began with high hopes and lofty ambitions, quickly unraveled, leaving fans and players alike disillusioned. Under the guidance of Amorim, who took over the managerial reins last summer, the club struggled to find its footing. The Red Devils faced numerous challenges, including injuries to key players, a lack of tactical cohesion, and an inability to compete against rivals both domestically and in Europe. The season reached its nadir when Manchester United lost the Europa League final against their arch-rivals, Tottenham Hotspur. The defeat was particularly painful for Garnacho, who had envisioned a triumphant end to the season. "I had dreams of lifting a trophy with this club," he lamented in a recent interview. "But instead, I watched as we fell short time and time again. It was heartbreaking." Garnacho's frustrations were compounded by the lack of support from the management and the coaching staff. "I feel like I wasn't utilized to my full potential," he stated. "I need to play in an environment where I'm valued and where I can grow as a player. Arsenal represents that for me." His admiration for the Gunners is evident, as he has often cited their attacking style and rich history as major attractions. The young talent's desire to join Arsenal is rooted in his aspiration to compete in the Champions League, a stage he believes is crucial for his development as a player. "Every footballer dreams of playing in the Champions League," Garnacho added. "I want to be part of that elite competition, and I believe Arsenal can provide me with that opportunity." As news of Garnacho's intentions spread, Arsenal fans have expressed excitement at the prospect of adding such a promising talent to their squad. The Gunners, under the guidance of manager Mikel Arteta, have seen a resurgence in recent seasons, finishing in the top four and securing a place in the Champions League. Arteta's commitment to nurturing young talent and developing a cohesive team has made Arsenal an attractive destination for aspiring players. However, the road to a potential transfer will not be without its challenges. Manchester United's management will likely be reluctant to part ways with one of their rising stars, especially after investing significant resources in his development. Additionally, with the transfer window approaching, negotiations will need to be swift and strategic to avoid complications. Garnacho's situation highlights a broader trend in football where young players are increasingly seeking opportunities for growth and success. The pressure to perform at elite levels has never been greater, and players are more willing to make bold moves to secure their futures. Garnacho's candid remarks serve as a reminder that talent alone is not enough. Players also need the right environment to thrive. In the wake of his announcement, Garnacho has faced a mixed response from Manchester United supporters. While some fans express disappointment at the prospect of losing a promising talent, others empathize with his desire for a fresh start. "I understand his frustrations," one fan commented. "It's tough to watch someone with so much potential feel stifled at a club like United." As Garnacho prepares for what could be a pivotal summer, he remains focused on the future. "I just want to play football and be happy," he stated. "If that means moving to Arsenal, then so be it. I pray you listen to this, because I genuinely believe it's the right move for me." The footballing world will be watching closely as Garnacho navigates this crucial juncture in his career. Will Manchester United grant his wish for a transfer, or will they fight to keep him at Old Trafford? The coming weeks will reveal the answers, as the summer transfer window looms and both clubs weigh their options. One thing is clear, Garnacho's ambition to play in the Champions League is a driving force, and his future hangs in the balance. In conclusion, Alejandro Garnacho's desire to leave Manchester United for Arsenal underscores the intense pressures faced by young footballers today. As he seeks to align his career with his aspirations, the football community will eagerly anticipate the next chapter in his journey. Will he find the fulfillment he seeks at Arsenal, or will Manchester United find a way to retain their starlet? Only time will tell, but Garnacho's plea for listeners to heed his aspirations resonates deeply in the heart of the beautiful game.